Hey everybody, welcome to Midday Thursday, January 24th, 2013. Just finished a big 3-hour show, most of which involved women in combat. It is my job to tell you why this is a horrible idea. And obviously the first thing I need to do is throw down all the Teflon insulation I need. That I love women. Women are great. They are incredibly strong. They're incredibly capable. My wife Lisa is one of the strongest, most amazing women I'll ever know. I have a daughter, Regina, who I've tried to raise to be a strong, self-reliant, tough woman. Okay, got that covered? Good. Women in combat, horrible idea. Let me count the reasons why. Number one, the physical requirements of combat are simply too great for 99.99% of women. And I love these people who say, well, we'll just keep the requirements the same. If we keep the requirements the same, let's let in the women who can meet those requirements. You could fit them in this room. The Marines tried this. The military has tried this. Some people have tried this in various types of experimentation, where they say, well, let's bring women in and have them do exactly what the men do. It just doesn't work. Physically, it just doesn't work. So a couple of things are going to happen. They're going to fudge on the requirements so that they can worship at the altar of diversity, because after all, diversity means more than, winning wars. And let's say we do get some women who meet those requirements, but we're out in the battlefield now, and I'm the commander, and there are 6 or 7 of you in front of me, and maybe 1 or 2 of your women. I've got to pick like the 3 toughest guys because we got to go, kill bin Laden's deputy or something like that. And just out of the honesty of my head and my heart, I want to take the 3 biggest, burliest guys. Not that the ladies are going to sue me for sexism, but they're going to sue me for sexism. Okay, do you see the nightmare that we're working our way toward? But the societal nightmare is even greater. There is an effort to make gender differences as irrelevant as racial differences. Do you remember when we were all being taught not to be racist in elementary school? I don't think I needed to be taught, but there were always these lessons learned, at least when I was growing up in the 60s. And it was all about the differences of race are irrelevant. What difference does it make what skin color you are? And that was true. But when people try to say what difference is there, what gender you are, that is societal poison. God made men and women. We are different for a reason. And I don't just mean procreation. The male personality, the female personality, the strengths that men bring, the strengths that women bring, the attributes of maleness and femaleness are complementary in a divinely crafted way. And listen, even if you don't believe in God, all right, if you're not coming at it the way I do, surely you have eyes and ears and a brain that can recognize that manhood and womanhood are different. We are wired differently. And I'm going to mention a scenario that's really unpleasant, so forgive me. It is the job of a soldier. If I am a soldier, it is my job to endure the sound of you being tortured in the cell next door if you are my comrade in arms. If you're a woman and I'm hearing unspeakable things done to you in the room next door, I'm singing like a bird. I will tell you where my commander is, where my tanks are. I'll give away every secret in the world. Not because I'm a weak soldier, but because I've been asked to do too much. It is simply asking too much. And if as you watch this, you can't tell the difference, you don't realize the difference between being a soldier and having your buddy tortured in the next room who's a man, and having a woman raped and beaten and God only knows what, and you can't tell that difference, you have cashed in on the concept of humanity. And I'm looking to lure you back, so follow me here. And in fact, I'll do it with a somewhat less graphic bit of imagery. Do you have a son? I have a son. He's 9 years old. Maybe you have one, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older. If he's older now, think back to when he was 9 or 6 or 7 or whatever. Don't hit a girl. Didn't you tell him that? Of course you did. Because you have basic human decency. You want him to have basic human decency. If he's on the playground and one of his little boy playmates is up in his grill getting obnoxious, maybe pushes him or shoves him, I want him to clock him. I've told my son to do that. You better tell your sons to do the same thing. Always say, hey, cut that out. Always take, the nonviolent way first. If that's not working, you punch him in the nose. Now, what if a girl is up in your grill getting obnoxious and shoving you? Do you hit her? No, because you don't hit a girl. Why not? Because she's a girl. It's self-evident, for God's sake. But we're losing even that. So here's the bargain. If you think that women in combat is okay and you have a son, you go to your son right now and you sit him down and you say, son, it's okay to hit girls. It's okay to clock them right in the chops like you would one of your little buddies who's male. Because there is no difference between men and women. There is no difference between boys and girls. So you go ahead and hit a girl. Because if you believe that women in combat is okay, you want to own this, I'm going to make you own it. And I'm dead serious about this. Is this the kind of country we want? Are we going to send our wives, our daughters, and our mothers off to fight and die and be shot and taken prisoner? Is that the kind of country we want so we can fulfill this diversity fetish? I hope it's not. Come talk to me about it. Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 Central Time, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.